Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And today, we have ourselves a very juicy update on Cardano ADA. So make sure you press that thumbs up if you're a Cardano ADA bag holder, like I am. No, but in all seriousness, this crypto's been doing pretty good, honestly. I don't want to shout in front of you all these price predictions talking about Cardano going to this or that price, but am I bullish on this crypto? Oh, damn, yeah. Now, one of the main reasons why I think it's pretty good, one of those has to do with the fact that they're pretty set in stone in a lot of different governments and I guess major jurisdictions that a lot of other cryptos are not focusing on. For example, we know Cardano's entire endeavor over in Africa, pretty big deal, yet not that many people are focusing on it because we usually tend to focus on these bigger Western partnerships. Specifically when talking about identity solutions, for example, on the blockchain, again, helping an African government out with that stuff, it's usually not covered that much in the mainstream media. But now, Cardano got themselves a little juicy update. Take a look at this. White House eyes on Cardano can take ADA in this direction. According to a new White House energy report, Cardano is one of the largest proof-of-stake blockchains in the world in terms of electricity consumption and market valuation. So straight off the bat, that doesn't sound so nice. Albeit that it's not a big deal. I try to put the focus mode off. Let's see if that works better in terms of lag. Maybe this is actually a little bit quicker, so if I do this, you can actually focus on it even better, you know? Report issued by the White House aims to understand the crypto space impact on climate change. It also looked at whether there are any reforms that the government would need to implement to improve the crypto market's impact on the environment. On one of the pages of the report, the White House ranked all the crypto by market valuation and energy consumption. Cardano was ranked number 3 overall, with the same claiming the number 1 spot on the proof-of-stake front. Then again, taking a look at it, it's considerably lower or almost ignorable in comparison to the Bitcoin and Ethereum numbers in all seriousness. Even Solana to that degree also is almost neglectable in terms of the electricity usage here. It's interesting. The aforementioned revelation fueled Cardano supporters and community members. As expected, Cardano soon gathered a lot of support on Twitter, with many stating that this is a bullish sign for ADA. For instance, Dan Gumbardello, founder of Crypto Capital Venture, tweeted, "Here's the White House energy report showcasing Cardano as the largest proof-of-stake blockchain in the world. Probably something." I guess so. To be mentioned by the White House like that is obviously a pretty big flex because it kind of seems as if this is like a proof or a sign of approval to some, right? This announcement has been seen as a nod of approval from the White House, and people on social media reacted positively to this update. Cardano's social media presence has been gradually increasing for a little while, with social engagement up 20% and social mentions up 30% over the month. However, apparently, that's not the only good news for ADA, as the volume is also growing steadily without much volatility for some time now. At the end of the day, I think a lot of this excitement right now and this increase in mentions and whatnot has to do with the Vasil hard fork. Here it's worth noting that there's been a sharp decline in developer activity though, with the hard fork approaching, and this could raise some eyebrows too. Because even though there have been no signs of any delay in its development, and developers are very positive, this could be seen as a cause of concern. I disagree. I just think you see very big ups in very important decisions being made. And for example, right now it's like kind of waiting things out, finding bugs or so. It's a little bit less of an active period in terms of actual changes. It's more so a wait and see and test type of scenario and moment. But usually, as we've also seen in this little chart that they've got here, every single one of these phases is followed up by another phase, so it's like it's temporary. We could talk about this White House stuff for a couple of hours, though I don't think that's worth a lot of your time. It's just a little nod of approval. People like this. People were excited about it. But more importantly is this article right here. I think there's 2 articles that basically talk about the same thing, but let's just cover this one, I guess. Cardano development team shares date when Vasil capability will be ready. So we got ourselves the first date, right? Let's read. Cardano developers IOHK has confirmed the expected launch of the Vasil upgrade to be September 22nd. We all knew it, we were all excited. Following extensive testing of all core components, as indicated in the weekly IOG report, it may take, however, 5 days for Vasil's capability to be available on the mainnet for things to finally get into schwiggly mood. IOG states that Vasil capability will become available at the start of Epoch 366, an epoch later, about 5 days later, at September 27th. And in advance of the hard fork, DApp projects, exchanges, and SPOs keep updating their systems to maintain compatibility. The non-fungible token marketplace Artano just published a blog post outlining its key development takeaways, and the result of Artano's Vasil testing indicate a cost reduction of up to 76 or 77% and a transaction fee size reduction, transaction size reduction of up to 92%. Cardano founder Charles Hoskinson, referring to the Artano post, hinted at the power of the incoming Vasil upgrade as that which would cause dApps to deploy. IOG earlier stated it would be tracking 3 critical mass indicators ahead of triggering the hard fork, which are 75% of mainnet blocks being created by the final release candidates, roughly 25 exchanges upgraded, representing 80% of the liquidity, just the biggest exchanges basically, like Binance and whatnot, Coinbase and all those, and the top 10 dApps by total value locked updated as well. In the recent IOG report on ecosystem readiness, about 95% of mainnet blocks have already been created by Vasil node candidate 1.353, which indicates that the node readiness metric has already been met. We basically needed a very huge part of the, let's say, processing authority to agree with the next version to start upgrading basically. The majority of these people are already hopped on, so that's all ready. There's also an exchange list, but apparently about a half of the top 12 exchanges by liquidity, like Binance, Mexi, Bitrue, AAX, Ybit, and BKEX, have indicated their readiness for Vasil. And as Cardano stated before, the more you get, the more that easily follow, but they have a couple of days, so I think they'll just quickly hop on. Coinbase and 3 other exchanges are a couple in the top 10 as well that are apparently currently updating their nodes, even though a couple of days ago they were not even started. 10 others have also indicated Vasil readiness, while several others are in the process of updating, so things are coming along quite nicely. And approximately 50% of the top Cardano dApps have tested status in pre-production, while others remain in testing. We'll have to see how that comes out, but most likely things will be good. And again, the entire community right now is pretty excited for this. Cardano Whale, a community account over on Twitter, shared some positive expectations regarding Vasil. Quote, "Later this month, Cardano will have potential TPS in line with AVEX C-Chain, ignoring transactions within transactions and marketing talk, etc. Not where the scaling journey ends, but it means Cardano will have leveled up to the competition while remaining far ahead in areas like decentralization," end quote. According to recent statistics by IOG, currently 1,093 projects are being built on Cardano. 94 projects have been launched on Cardano, while the number of Pluto scripts stood at 3,196. The Cardano network has now seen the minting of over 6 million native tokens. The total number of transactions stood at 50 million-ish. This minting of 6 million native tokens, I'm not sure exactly why they're so excited about that. But yeah, I'd say, you know what? Things are looking pretty good for Cardano. Things are going to start going pretty quickly once September 22nd comes around. And things are most likely going to move fast to the next phase again with Cardano, as they've been pretty on point with their updates. What I don't mean to say that they're fast with all their updates, just they're pretty fast in whenever they announce it to actually getting it done. If we could, for example, compare it to Ethereum, they've been pretty slow with getting this Ethereum 2.0 out, right? And this merge out. It took a very, very long time. Specifically, if you start thinking about when it was thought of. With Cardano, a lot of these upgrades are thought of beforehand. So it's all about getting to the proper date to deploy this, the proper date to go for it. So a lot of it, since it was thought of before, it's all about just the readiness and getting your way there instead of, okay, we have an idea, let's figure out how to do it. It's like we have the idea, we have the plan, let's just wait until we get to the right time to go through, basically. Which is why things move just so smoothly, I guess, with Cardano, in my own opinion. Yeah, just 2 things to share, honestly, today, though, guys. The White House thing and the fact that it's now been confirmed that a couple of days later, we're getting ourselves this major upgrade to the mainnet, this capability. So I guess get excited. If you're a Cardano holder, this is very nice. Little news about HBAR. I'll most likely make another separate video about it, but we'll see. It's getting over on Coinbase. Yeah, starting pretty soon. Make sure you go ahead and check it out if you're a HBAR holder. Yeah, I might have actually already made a video before this one goes live. We will see how it goes. A lot of fun stuff regarding it. Here's the announcement. Check it out for yourself. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video later today.